Dancing with the Cosmos. Do we have free will? You choose how to live your life. Written and read by Bernhard Kutzler. Yes, we do have free will. It comes with the tool that distinguishes us from all other known life forms on this planet, the mind. But possessing something differs from using it. Therefore, the more exciting question is, do we use our free will? In the following, I will explain why we have free will and why most people hardly ever use it. What does it mean to will or desire something? The word will has the root vel, which means to choose. To will is to choose a fictitious mental image with the intention of it becoming real. For example, you can will to raise your right arm. To do this, you choose the corresponding mental image and intention. If there is no physical or mental impairment, the arm goes up immediately. I explain why it does in my article, How Your Thoughts Affect Matter. You can also imagine raising your right arm without the intention of doing so. This could be called mind movie. This also influences your body, just not immediately. But even with intention, not every mental image becomes real immediately. If you want to slow down your heartbeat, for example, this is possible if you hold the image and the intention long enough. Here, your intention combines with the automatic processes in your body. It may, therefore, take longer to manifest, or it may only happen partly. This is the placebo effect. Often, you need more than just perseverance in choosing an image and intention. If you want to be a concert pianist, for example, you also must do something, such as practicing. And it helps if it is your life's purpose. More on that later. Free will, thinking, and creativity are closely related. I analyze thinking in my article, This is the difference between humans and animals. However, people only use their free will rarely. This is because we have become social robots. This is because children copy their environment, primarily their parents. Over 99% of the time, people do, think, and will what they have learned to do, think, and will. I describe this in my article, Why the question, what am I, is important and magical. People use their free will less than 1% of the time. For most people, it's only 0.01% or even less. These numbers may shock you. Around 2,300 years ago, the Greek philosopher Aristotle saw that people are largely controlled by programs. He called them habits. 95% of everything you do is the result of habit. Aristotle. Even the ancient Greeks lived 95% as social robots, at a time without TV, radio, internet, etc. Because of these media, it is 99 to 99.99% or even more today. Why do we have free will? There are two answers, a technical one and a philosophical one. The technical answer is complex and goes beyond the scope of this article. For this, see my theory of mind, which is described in my book, Consciousness, Its Nature, Purpose, and How to Use It. Philosophically, this question has an answer if we recognize the universe as a great whole in which everything and everyone has its purpose, just as every cell in your body has its purpose. This is because of an order in the universe as well as in your body. The order of your body is encoded in your genes, among other things. The order of the universe is called cosmos. Cosmos is the Greek word for order. The Earth is around 4.6 billion years old. Humans have been around for an estimated 300,000 years. To put this into perspective, let's imagine the age of the Earth as a 24-hour day. In this image, we have been around for 6 seconds. Before we appeared, an increasingly complex biosphere evolved over several billion years. Cells, plants, and animals are cosmic biorobots, in the sense that they cannot help but follow their behavioral programs and cosmic guidance. It is not easy to see that, because their behavior is very complex. This is because of their intuitive connection to the cosmos. Their behavior not only depends on their sensory perceptible environment, but potentially on the entire universe. An impressive example is the 2004 tsunami. See my articles Intuition is Much More Than Just a Sixth Sense and Why 230,000 People Died in the Tsunami, but Almost No Animals. Our appearance on this planet caused an evolutionary step that has taken off in the last 300 years. In the 24-hour picture, that's 0.006 seconds. In this time, we created countless things that have not evolved in billions of years and would never evolve naturally, such as plastic, cell phones, and airplanes. This shows that we are fundamentally different from cells, plants, and animals. In the billions of years before us, there have already been evolutionary steps. The first was the emergence of life. Then there was a smaller step from unicellular to multicellular life. Humans are a step from robotic to creative life. That was a reasonable next step, because only then could non-natural things be created. On the one hand, we have free will, even if we rarely use it. On the other hand, like everything in the universe, we have a purpose as part of the whole, and the cosmos constantly pushes us to fulfill this purpose. How does that fit together? Cell, plants, and animals always follow cosmic guidance and, therefore, fulfill their purposes. An oak tree fulfills its purpose by being an oak tree. A cheetah fulfills its purpose by being a cheetah. Through our free will, we can choose to fulfill or not to fulfill our purpose. This does not mean that we can escape the universal order. Nothing and no one can. Within the universal order, everything has consequences. Like a balance scale, if you put something in one pan, the other goes up. If you fulfill your purpose, you experience maximum fulfillment. Some call it bliss. If you don't fulfill your purpose, you experience a longing for fulfillment. As part of social programming, we learn to try to satisfy this longing with substitute methods, such as food, sex, or drugs. But this is in vain. In addition, unpleasant life situations can arise, such as diseases and accidents. These are nothing other than cosmic guidance. Therefore, in such situations, you should ask, what is this trying to tell me? The cosmos permanently guides you, whether you realize it or not, whether you comply or resist. I call surrendering to cosmic guidance dancing with the cosmos. Let's look at the role free will plays in this. First, since people live like robots over 99% of the time, hardly anyone fulfills their purpose. You can use your free will to question your life and thus may recognize your robotic existence. Second, once you have seen this, you can use your free will to free yourself from your programs. Third, the path of becoming free from your programs comprises observing yourself and exploring where your behavior and thoughts come from. You must use your free will every day to keep doing this. I described the method of self-exploration in my article How to Become What You Truly Are in 7 Steps, and in my book Being Free, Get Out of the Box. Fourth, the more programs you have freed yourself from, the more clearly you will see your purpose in life. You can then use your free will to live it. Fifth, if you do, you have landed on your life path. You must also use your free will every day to stay on it. Sixth, you can also exercise your free will in your life path. You can choose how you follow cosmic guidance and live your purpose, listlessly or with enthusiasm. Imagine a dance couple as a metaphor. One leads, the other follows. The cosmos leads you, and you are supposed to follow. Watch dance couples, ballroom dancing, Argentine tango, salsa. Then you'll know what I mean. The person being led can passively let themselves be dragged around the dance floor, or actively contribute to the creation of a work of dance art. That's a matter of free will. Let's summarize. Your life's purpose is predetermined because you are part of the whole and have a purpose. With your free will, you can choose to find your purpose. Then you can choose to fulfill your purpose. And finally, you can choose how you fulfill it.